Welcome to Zentangle Project Pack Series number 5. My name is Rick,
Hi, I'm Maria.
and I am holding I think it's a lady's pocket watch here that didn't work, but
It had no insides.
it had no inside, so yeah, it wouldn't work. But let's wind this puppy up and give it over to Maria, who put in a wonderful face to it. And this is part of the tutorial series, and you can watch them in any order, but we do recommend watching the introduction to Project Pack 5 first. And I'm going to jump right in here. Maria's going to mount this piece.
Well, I'm liking this because, believe it or not, I used the same stuff, that sticky stuff, to attach this pocket watch to the paper. It's not going to hurt the jewelry at all. Because I
Will it
tried
affect
it.
the time?
It might affect the time because there's not 12 little things there. So anyway, I cut these little pieces, and damn, this stuff is really hard to get off. But oh, you helped me there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to throw some sticky stuff on in the back, and I did try it first, and it comes right off afterwards. So. Okay, so there's that, and I decided to put a second layer on just to give it some spongy stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, you figured it out for this one.
Yeah. Okay, so another layer of it. Rub it on good.
It does come off.
It does.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So this is one of the black sheets from the paper,
Yeah.
from the project pack.
I'm going to put it up a little bit higher than middle.
You actually guessed that perfectly.
You think?
Yeah, because you'll see why. That top part.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It just happened that the chain was a perfect fit on this piece of paper, so it went all the way around instead of just showing it on the front. How cool is that, right?
It looks really good on the black.
Yeah. So I did a tiny little Zentangle that I kind of stuffed in there, and after I did it, I threw a little bit of clear
nail polish.
Clear
Yeah.
nail polish, like 3 coats,
Cool.
and just to give it some protection. Okay, here we go.
Cool.
See, it's really solid on there. Love this piece. I love that gold. It's that rose gold. It's really pretty, and it was loved, well worn. And listen, we're using the gold jelly roll right from the start. And we're going to do a little bit of aura. I think I'm going to do an interesting aura. Not all the way around. Take your time. I actually like having the piece there and looking at it while I'm doing this, instead of, measuring it off and penciling it and then putting it in later. It's just not my style. I like the whole concept of enjoying the journey.
And with the jelly roll, a really light touch. The light touch and the ink just flows right out.
And the gold looks so nice on the black, huh? So because it's a lady's watch, I decided I wanted it sort of a little bit lacy, just to bring it into that genre of that time, that period of time, 1800s, 1700s, whatever.
And I like how you fade out the pen strokes there.
So I'm putting another aura around to get ready to put my border in. And that's probably, again, about the same size as a tortillon, around that thickness.
So it's neat that most all of these rely so heavily on aura and hollowbah.
So we're doing a really simple tangle called Doodah, which we just
we just putting out in the newsletter. So it's very, very simple, but It's very fun.
Very effective. Now you can see I have my hand under the paper and I'm turning the paper with almost every stroke, and it's I'm always going in the same direction with my hand. So when you watch my hand, it's doing the same thing. It's just the paper that's moving around, and that has a very effective way of keeping your balance in terms of what direction you want to go in. So you can see the paper is actually lifted up, and it makes it easy for me anyway to turn my paper.
Looks very regal,
It does,
like
doesn't it?
Egyptian.
Yeah. So we're going to put a little aura around here, and I'm giving it a little bump here and there just to give it some character. I think it's every other stroke, like you can see
Right, the one that goes to the outside.
right to the outside. This tangle was called Doodah because I thought it looked like a zipper, and I thought zippity doodah.
That
Did
was
you know
it.
that?
Now I remember. I do.
It's very technical.
I had forgotten though.
So here comes another
Another aura.
aura. That doodah stuff, you see it a lot on borders, on frames, and in buildings. So it's so effective and almost Egyptian looking, right?
Mm. Like a medallion.
So I thought about this right at the last minute that I would do a pattern that sort of reflects what's in the image in the middle. So I'm doing
Like setting up a
a
reticula.
fragment and reticula thing, and it's going to be sort of a well type shape. Ricky's pattern tangle well. So when I'm doing these circles in the middle, I go around twice. If you notice that, it's sort of a boom, boom, and it gives each of the circles a similar texture and weight. So I'm going to do something a little different than probably you usually do when you're doing fragment and reticula. Is that I'm going to do one stroke at a time in each square, as opposed to doing each square totally. So I'm going to do that same stroke in each square. Keep up with the circular movement.
I think that's a really good idea on something like this because it's probably easier on your hand, and you're just rotating the tile once, and now you do it the other one. I love that. The other neat thing about this is that at any point you could stop and say, oh, I like it just like
just
that.
the way it is, yeah.
And you've not.
Actually, I did move that. You must, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't. I stopped. I'm thinking, oh, do I want to go on?
Mm-hmm.
And then this last stroke.
And that's sort of a whole takeoff and land.
So that tangle in the center is sort of well, but it's also a radiating Huggins kind of thing. Crazy radiating Huggins. Go figure.
So Well and Huggins overlap, and if
Right.
you look up in the newsletter for New Tangle Well, you'll see how they share DNA. It's pretty neat. So the step out for Well is in the newsletter. Just go to that page on the website and search.
So I just did these little rice shapes that are kind of flowering off the circle there, and then in between each of the rice shapes, I just have two perfs. Yeah, that sort of a lacy, tatted look, like tatting, you know.
Does look like lace.
And I'm thinking, another aura. Ooh.
Just sort of going down and caressing the chain there. I like that. So when she continues the line, you'll notice she just ever so slightly retraces the line, and so it connects, or you don't see where it connects. Ah, aura. Just ties it all together. Yeah, so she's gripping the paper. You can see it there.
Awesome. It's almost there. So now we're going to go out with the white and add some lace to it. So we're going to add a little bit of a white highlight in each one of those perfs, and now they've become pearls. Don't they look like pearls?
Nice contrast.
All the way around. Yeah, I don't know. I think I decided not to do that. And then to go along with that tatting look, just a neat little line going all the way around.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, just to give it that lacy look.
And if you check back later on a subsequent video, we'll show you what we did with this one. And look forward to seeing you on the upcoming days. And thank you so much, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye now.